All right, so while the ninjas over there keep talking about woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Why why Bud Crawford end up fighting Jeff Horn when he had the chance to fight Errol Spence, and then we say, well, it was an easier fight to make. It was over there with the WBO, right? But then they don't want to hear that. Spence fans don't want to hear that. Then when you ask them why he fought Sean Porter, why he didn't fight Crawford, they'll say, well, it's on this side of the street and it's easy. You know, I'm tired of all this past shit, man. Y'all ninjas are trying to have explanations for shit in the past of woulda, coulda, shoulda. We right now here in the future. So right now in the future, I'm saying to myself, WBO champion, Bud Crawford, free agent. Bob Arum is losing sleep because he ain't got that belt. Bob Arum right now is in a situation with Bud Crawford with a lawsuit. All right? That's on that side. We're not really talking about that right now. But my man, Bud Crawford, is a free agent. And how are we going to move in this style and fashion? How are we going to make this work? Huh? Because they saying, Bud, you need them. They don't need you. Let me repeat that again. Right? You need them. They don't need you. You don't sell. All right. So then I'm hearing a lot of stuff going on about, well, what is Bud going to do? What is Bud going to do? He just burned his bridge with Bob Arum. Let me explain something to you, man. Since I like to talk about the business and numbers and stuff, listen to what you just said. Bud Crawford just burned his bridges with Bob Arum. Right? So he has no opportunity with any of those fighters at Top Rank. Are you listening? Because I remember when Bob Arum and Al Heyman and they going through lawsuits and all this shit. I remember when Manny Pacquiao, should I show you the video about that? When Manny Pacquiao sued Mayweather for defamation of character and won $100 and something thousand in court. I remember that. So, hey, what's up, man? So, when you telling me the business part can't be done because there's gripes, it ain't happening, man. I'm not hearing that. These people go to court, win or lose. When it comes to these networks, money is first. Money's going to always be first. Yeah, they might not like each other, but they're going to get a bag with each other. That's bottom line. That's the bottom line. So even if Terrance Crawford sues Bob Arum, right? Because I explained to you that Bob Arum took Al Heyman and the PBC to court, but they still did business. I just showed you that defamation of character with Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather, that fight still happened between Top Rank and the PBC. They don't like each other, but when it's time to make fights and make money together, it's possible. So when I hear somebody like Errol Spence say, man, I'm not going to fight Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman didn't give me the opportunity, that's not businesslike. You see where I'm coming from? It's not businesslike. But now the tables going to turn because we're going to see what's going to happen in the future with Keith Thurman. All right? But besides that, I'm going to what the PBC wants. That's another video. I'm going through what the PBC wants with Bud Crawford because he doesn't sell. He doesn't sell, right? This is the bottom line. We can just make the facts. He does not sell. All right? So, where do we go with Bud Crawford if he doesn't sell? Where do we go? Because somebody asked me, where do we go with him? Well, it's not the fact that they don't need Bud Crawford. He's in a great predicament right now. He's a free agent. And on top of that, he got that WBO belt. And guess what? Who needs that belt? Errol Spence. And why is that Errol Spence been saying he wants that belt? Because he's been calling out strap season. And what does strap season means? He wants all the belts to be what? Undisputed. So regardless if this man sells or not, if Bud Crawford can't sell a lick, It doesn't matter. It don't matter jack squat that he doesn't need, he can't sell. Because it's something that Errol Spence wanted. When Manny Pacquiao had the belt, he was going to fight him for the belt. WBA stripped him. When they gave it to Ugas with the SPENCE, Ugas, you got something that I need. That fight is happening now in March, whatever, April. In April, I mean. So we talking about strap season. So now, if the network, if the banner Showtime, not network, but PBC say, well, Errol, we can't get you that situation because this man don't sell. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't sell, so we can't give you undisputed. Sorry, bro. Do it work that way? I'm just asking you, do this shit work this way? Okay, so y'all keep saying the man doesn't sell. Fine, you can say that all day, every day. If that's your point, Errol Spence fans, you made your point. But now what's going to happen with that point? Is it pointing to the direction to what Errol Spence want? Do it. Think now. You keep going with the numbers. Business people, you keep going with the numbers. Okay now. So let's talk about what the PBC going to want from Bud Crawford. Because at the end of the day, he got a belt. He got a belt and he's a free agent. That's the bottom line. So as PBC, this is what's going to happen with PBC. They're going to say, Mr. Bud Crawford, your numbers are not great. That's one. We're going to push this agenda because we all know that you don't sell. See, y'all using it like it's against Bud, but I'm using it that it works for Bud. That's it. So they're going to say, man, this is what they PBC. They want a 2, 3, 4 fight deal, whatever. They always want to stick you with some fights. So they're going to come to him and say, man, well, depending on what Keith Thurman did, we don't know yet if we're so sure, because we're waiting for the Keith numbers. We're waiting for Keith Thurman numbers to see what his loyalty with his fans and what we could put with either Bud Crawford or Errol Spence. And like I said, if the fight with Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, that's another video that's coming up next. But if the numbers do good or they don't do good, PBC could swing it 2 different ways. They could say, listen, all right, we want a 2-fight deal. Hey, Bud, you always wanted to fight Keith Thurman, right? Bud Crawford would be like, yeah, well, this is what we're going to do for you. You ain't doing shit for Bud. This is what you're doing for yourself, right? You know, we're going to knock 2 birds with 1 stone. You always want to fight Keith Thurman. See how they use this against him so he could say yes, right? Yeah, I want to fight him. And we're going to get your numbers up. As a PBC, you fight under our banner, we're going to get your numbers up. And then you could fight Errol Spence. Sounds good to you? Well, let's see how much you giving me for this fight and that fight and all this. And, you know, this is a situation. So I'm saying to myself, you know, in my past videos, I'm telling you the business side of how this could go with Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, or Bud Crawford. So if they come to Bud Crawford with that, I say, hold up. I don't need your promotion. I don't need your publicity. This is what I'm saying. If I'm listen, did you hear the news on social media? Bob ARUM is promoting me. They're gonna scratch your heads. What are you talking about? Well, he promoted me not the way he wanted to, but he's promoting me because I'm suing him, and I'm in the social media news all day, every day. And on the conditions of this situation, we don't know before the fight if they're gonna go through a settlement, if Crawford loses, but he still wins if he loses it, because you know why? It's still in the social media. So actually what I'm trying to say is, since Bob ARUM couldn't do it his way, Crawford is using Bob ARUM, trying to get this breach of contract, right? The slander, all this stuff. But at the same time, he's promoting himself. He's promoting himself. Because no matter what, YouTube is saturated. I mean, they saturated with Errol Spence channels. It's saturated with Errol Spence channels. From Blue Blood to Fanon to this one to that one to that one. Every day you turn around, unless you know what other channels to listen to, they running this shit about what Bud Crawford should do. Bud Crawford should fire Bomac. Bud Crawford should not signed with Top Rank over again. Why this? Why that? And like I said, why? It's just a letter with a long tail. That's all it is, man. So while you in the past thinking y'all in Back to the Future and shit and trying to wonder if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, my man is getting promoted right now as we speak. So when the PBC try to grab him in and talking about, well, you know, if you fight under this, we're going to get your numbers up. We get some more promotion. No. I don't need your advice. I'm doing my own promotion right now. Yeah. Whatever he couldn't promote me, I'm promoting on his back right now. And I'm suing him. And it's in social media every day. And your Errol Spence fans and your Errol Spence channels, y'all going to always talk about it. Y'all going to always talk about it. And if Bob settles, oh man, that's more publicity. That's more promotion. All right? So I don't need your promotion. People going to hear my name all day. All day they're going to hear my name. That's one. Now, PBC, you're talking about a 2-fight deal? Yo, this is Crawford. This is me if I was Crawford. Oh man, that shit does sound pretty good. A 2-fight deal? Maybe a 3? Yeah, I'll do it. But it ain't going to be with no Keith Thurman. See, things changes and things get rearranged. After this situation with Bob Arum and the promotion that's going on with it, because it is promotion. No matter how you look at it, somebody going to talk about it. And the most people that's going to talk about it is the people that want Bud Crawford to do this and do that. The Errol Spence fans. All day they want Bud Crawford to do this and do that. So they're going to promote it. And listen, I know that Errol Spence fans always talking about real Bud fans. We're going to see who the real Bud fans are. They even worried about the fucking fans. The Bud Crawford fans. Who's a real Bud Crawford? We're going to see who's a real Bud Crawford fan or who's really against Errol Spence and who's really a Bob Arum fan. Listen, man, I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. You're going to get it. You're going to get the news better from me than a Bud or an Errol Spence fan. I'm just telling you. Man. And I hear people say, August is... Listen, listen, let me just say something right now. PBC, you want to give me a 2 or 3 fight deal? Let's get back to that. All right, I'm going to tell you what I want for this 2-fight deal. I don't want Keith Thurman. But you know, it'll make it... Nah, I don't want it. So, but what do you want a 2-fight deal? I want to fight Errol Spence. I want to fight him the first time. I want a rematch. And on the conditions of the situation, this might end up being a trilogy. So, there you go, my friends. That's your 2 or 3 fight deal with the PBC. Okay? That's the 2 or 3 fight deal with the PBC. And that's where I think Bud should go at. I don't care what the PBC feels they need to do with Keith Thurman. Hold on. I don't care what the PBC think they want to do with Keith Thurman. Or even with Ugas. Because if Ugas loses, this is an if. If he loses to Errol Spence, he's still there. They can say, oh man, this would be a great thing. You and Ugas could fight. Y'all had history in the past. He beat you in the amateurs. This is a good storyline. Listen, man, what did I tell you, nigga? What did I tell you? I do not need your promotion. I don't need it. Man. I'm getting it on my own. I'm doing it on my own. Not directly, but indirectly. With Bob Arum. Not directly, but indirectly. And all this nonsense about what Bud Crawford got to do. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting, and I'm hoping, this is my opinion, I'm hoping if the PBC wants a 2 or 3 fight deal, I hope Bud Crawford said, yeah, you want a 2 fight or 3 fight deal? It's going to be with Errol Spence. Because I already proved it in that contract with Bob Arum that I want a $900,000 bonus if you can't get me this fight. If you can't get me this fight. We'll deal with that in court. But all these dudes that's in the past trying to figure out why he didn't do this, why he did that, he fight Mean Machine. The contract is written down. Hearsay is different from what's written down. He wanted it, and that's the proof that he wanted it. Regardless of all the other details, and you want to redirect the route and shit like that with like a GPS, doesn't matter. It shows in that contract and those legal documentations that's going through court that he penalized Bob Arum. That's it. So all I want from Bud Crawford, I know it's too much to ask for. You could do whatever you want. If the PBC want to come to you, say, I want a 2-fight, 3-fight deal. Not with Keith Thurman. Hey, if you want to go that way, fine. Because, hey, time is on your side, Crawford. Time is on your side. And you say, well, why is time on my side? You got that belt. Bob Arum's losing sleep over that belt. That belt, Errol Spence want to be undisputed. They want you. Don't let them play these games like you need them. It goes both ways, man. It goes both ways. Simple as that. Simple as that. And the reason why I brought this thing up about people in lawsuits, but they still go do business, because I could see that. Well, you know what? I'll leave it for the next video. I'll leave it to the next video. I'll continue with the next video with that. But I just wanted to bring this up with the PBC and what Bud Crawford, what good move would do. And that gives the fans what they want. And we don't have to worry about Boots Ennis. Okay? And who should, Crawford should fight him or Errol Spence should fight him. Let's finish this journey with Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. Let's finish this journey, okay, with these two. Because the waiting game ain't looking right for Errol Spence. He can play the waiting game, but it's not benefiting him. So I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. What I would like from Bud Crawford, what I would like is if they come to you with a fight deal, 2-fight deal, 3-fight deal, well, fight by fight, you're a free agent with the option of a rematch because you are a champion. And if these fights determine how these fights end, if they end in decisions, if the first one ended in a decision, we moving on to a rematch, fight by fight. And if it's a decision and whoever wins, they get an opportunity to fight each other again. And then after that, hey, we got a trilogy. Let the drama between Errol Spence and Crawford move on with a 3-fight, just like Wilder and Fury. We could do this. We could do this and leave everybody else out of it. So yes, I know I have videos about Keith Thurman and what the PBC is trying to do, but now is a new day. It's a new day. That's all I'm saying. And what I want, I know the Errol Spence fans is still back and forth about what if, could have, should have, and what this man did and what that man did. But between both of them, there's things that's not added up on both sides. Okay? And the arguments could always be there for the past. I'm talking about the future. And I'm stamping it, and I'm putting it right now. That's what I think Bud Crawford should do. If the PBC come with him, then we'll talk about negotiations. And the negotiations go the way they want to. If Crawford decides he wants a 60-40 or even not a 50-50. I know he's starting at 50-50, but he says, man, I want a 45-55. Errol could get the 55, I get the 45. That's as close as it's going to get. This is as close as it's going to get. If that's what he wants and he doesn't sell and he doesn't deserve it, well, let me talk about that in the next video, man. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here to let you read between the lines. And let me not forget, like, share, and subscribe. I swear, man, I'll be making these videos and I'll be forgetting to say that. But if I get some, now I understand the analytics, and if I get a lot of likes and you press that like button, I'm not asking you for the money. I'm not asking you for anything. Not to say that's the right way for me and it's wrong for others. I'm just saying right now I'm not on that type of time at this moment. All I want you to hear is my views, and support the channel by pressing the like button. All right, I'm out. Deuces to the next video, and we're gonna talk about. I'll let you see the title, and we're gonna finish this discussion on that. We did the PBC. Now we're moving on to what ERROL SPENCE says and what ERROL SPENCE should do. Since everybody want to talk about what Bud Crawford should do, I want to talk about what ERROL SPENCE should do. Okay.